Welcome to the next generation of outdoor television. This has never been done before. What makes us different? Well, we have no sponsors. No one tells us what to say, what to do, or what to use in the field. No one owns this crew. So get ready. This is real hunting. We are the Gorilla Squad.
I just shot a monster. Oh my god.
Well, welcome to this week's episode of Gorilla Squad. Once again, this week we have Mr. Roger Rivers. Kind of doing what I kind of thought he was going to be an alligator turtle guy, because I saw some awesome pictures, but I haven't seen any video yet. If you ask me, he is a giant buck stalking stalker of giant bucks. That's about the best way I can say it. So, Roger's sighting in his gun. Roger's a super prep guy. He likes to make sure everything is perfect. He's got his gun sighted in, and he is headed out to the field to see if he can stalk another buck.
Let me tell you a little bit about this hunt today. This hunt right here unfolded up in Oak Grove, Louisiana. That's probably 30 minutes from where I live at, not too far. We own some private property up there, and it's not much, man. It's probably, I'd say it's about 25 acres, 30 acres. So we got a little small block up there we own. Well, we went up there, we've been tracking, and we seen where a few good bucks had it tore up. So what we've been doing, we've been feeding corn and stuff and hunting box stands, and we hadn't had any luck. So I hunted box stands, I hunted tree climbers, I hunted ground blinds. I mean, I've been hunting non-stop. Have not put my eyes on a big buck yet. He's there. I see the tracks, I see the signs, they come through. We don't have any, we got a couple of good bucks on camera, but no giants. But anyways, to make a long story short, this property up in Oak Grove we hunting on got some old fields on the back side of it that I have permission to hunt also. Okay, I found a place the other day where they coming in and out of these fields, and a buck had a big old scrape right there. Big old wide and long track. I recognize the track when I see it. So what I did was decided today to go do some spot and stalk. All right, fixing to get my stuff together. Fixing to go ahead and start easing around through here and see what we can see if we can find some fresh sign this morning, and see what we can get on back here in these woods. Boy, it's pretty back in here. I like this location right here because this time of year, it's got a lot of good thick cover right now, and it's got a lot of hardwood mixed in, hardwood, pine, and thick underneath it. And the deer, they kind of get up in there. We just now getting kicked off in a rut good, so the deer during this time of year, they'll get up in that kind of stuff, and they kind of hold tight in that. Sure enough, if they can hem them up a few does in there and whatnot, you'll have to just kind of get on them and get them out of there. But one thing I've learned about anything that I hunt, I don't care if it's turtles and gators, hogs, deer, or what it is, the closer you get to where they live at, the better chance you have of seeing them. And that's a fact. The further you are away from where they live, the less likely you're going to run into them every once in a blue moon. But it's like this. You close to somebody's house, you're going to see them a lot often. You an hour out of town, you're not going to run. You're going to run into them every once in a blue moon, like I said. So what we're going to do, these deer's laying up in this thick stuff, we're going to get right in on them where they laying up at, and that's where we're going to start right there. So we coming in hot this morning. We're going to start at the hottest spot, and we're going to go in from right there, and we're going to push our luck, and we're going to get into these bedding areas. And hey, if we jump them up, oh well, that's good. Once we jump that deer up, we're going to get in behind him, and we're going to stay in behind him until we cut him off and get him, because it's a series of roads back here, and I got these roads designed where everything blocks off. Each section of timber blocks off. So if I'm going here and I see he went this way, whether I see him or whether I see his tracks, I got another way to go around to kind of sit and wait for him to come out, or either track that road and see if he crossed it yet. If he hadn't crossed it, I'll sit it out for a few minutes. If he's crossed it, I'm going to go around to another road and try to cut him off. So
this portion of the Gorilla Squad is brought to you by no one. We don't accept any money from manufacturers, so that you, the viewer, get an honest opinion from our crew about the quality of products we use.
see, when you find fresh sign, you find his tracks, you stay on them. You stay on them tracks. Got a lot of old roads going back through here. I stay on these tracks. I just keep cutting him off until I try to get ahead of him and catch him crossing in front of me, or catch a glimpse of him and see which way he's going, and then it really gives me a good idea of where I need to cut him off at. So let's stay on these fresh tracks, fresh sign, and see where it leads to. It's like a cool adventure, so let's rock on. I went there this morning, sure enough, he come through, hit that paw. It was fresh, sometime before daylight. What I did was went and got on that backside of that, where that thicket hits that pasture, and I hit them rattling horns, and I rattled for a minute, and I seen him. I probably rattled, I'd say 20 minutes, and non-stop. I mean non-stop. And it wasn't long, I'm telling you, that big son of a gun, he come, and he was just coming on, just trucking along. There he is. There he is. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, be still, do not freaking move. And I don't know what struck him or what hit him, but he got about halfway the distance of where he needed to be for me to get a good shot, and he just turned and he bolted. He tore off down that east side. We come on around. Whenever we went back around there, which I already knew that, he cut right across that first road, went around right across the second one. Well, the third road going back in there, it's a big block of property, and it's a pretty good stretch to get down to that third road. So we just kept easing down, and by the time we got back there on that last road, I walked one end to the other of it, and sure enough, he hadn't come around. Walked down the other way, little ways, I hadn't seen none of his tracks, so we went down there, set up, waited probably, I'd say 45 minutes. You know, sometimes, man, when you sit down, you gotta sit it out. You just don't sit there 10 or 15 minutes. Sometimes you can, just depends on the situation. But this situation right here, I knew that deer was going to leave that block of wood sooner or later. So I sit there, 45 minutes later, a doe come out, and then it wasn't long, he was right behind that doe. He just skipped out. Y'all see it? And like I said, this son of a gun's smart. This dude, man, something got his attention in, and he started looking around like a crazy, something crazy, man. That sucker got some serious bone on his head, though, buddy. He got some, woo, man, he got some serious bone. Big, thick, gnarly 8-point, carries his mass all the way out to the end. Hey, I couldn't be more pumped about this hunt. He come out, man, and I didn't have but a split second to shoot, man. Split second. When he come out, I'd say he was probably around 200 yards. I'm on the ground. I'm on shooting sticks, waiting for him to come out. I was ready. Whenever he come out, I didn't have to do nothing but just aim, take my time, and squeeze it off. Got him. Look, there he goes, got him. Got a good shot on him. He just went on around the curve. We're gonna go up here and see if we can't track him, see if we can't find a little blood. He's hit hard. Let's go see. Man, this is a one big 8-point. What a monster. Man, look at the mass. Man, that joker has got some serious mass on him, man. Big old gnarly 8-point. I mean, that's a stud buck, swamp country monster right here. This is what we hunt right here. We don't hunt anything else, anything less. Deer like this, you have to really switch it up and try different tactics, because anything don't work. After he shot out this morning, and I seen him on the back side of that field after he shot out. I caught a glimpse of him. I hit some rattling horns together, and this joker, it like somebody lit a fire on him. He tore out. He didn't want nothing to do with the horns, nothing to do with the fight or anything. I mean, he left out. I mean, like it scared him. So I know it ain't that case in every scenario, but that's what happened this morning with this boy. Obviously, it's another big one in here that must be whipping up on all of them. That's one. If he's bigger than this, I'd love to see him. Man, look at them G2s. I mean, he carries the mass all the way out to the end, man. Just a big gnarly 8-point. It pays though, man. Playing to win, and one thing about it, we played to win. We kept the win in our favor. If it's one thing you don't learn from this hunt, you learn one thing, is you keep the win in your favor. I mean, deer like to run over the top of us. They had no idea we was there in some of the places we were stopping and hunting. As we were stalking, we would stop and sit 15, 20, sometimes 30 minutes at a time. And some of the deer didn't even know we was there. Man, I couldn't be more happier about the way the hunt went today, brother. I mean, you talk about a...
Congratulations, Roger. Awesome deer. Once again, man, I got to tell you, I don't know how you do it. Well, at least I don't know how you do it without the snow. I can do it in the snow. What you're doing, whew, flips me out. I got to join you sometime. That looks absolutely awesome. Well, up next, we have an we're going to say 15-year Nature Productions employee. Editing, running camera.
This is a very surreal moment for me right now. My whole childhood, I grew up watching like Sunday mornings on like ESPN. That was only hunting shows on TV. And Texas was always like this thing that just stood out as like drastically different terrain and animal-wise than anything I've ever seen before. Basically, we got dropped off at a feeder, but from all the intel in our days of experience hunting these things, they're not eating corn right now. So basically we decided to kind of tweak where we're sitting. We're just gonna give it a whirl. We're in a really good spot. They like to hang out in these thick cedars, so we're in the thick cedars.
So we picked a spot where we could look out into the field and see pretty good. Little did we know that all of the axis deer were back behind us. So about 2 hours into the sit, we look back behind us, axis deer coming through.
We just had, I don't even know how many axes, but a handful of them come in. We saw a couple bucks for sure. And I think they saw me a little bit. And they didn't really run off, but they walked off pretty fast. But we can hear one like raking trees and what I assume is like making some sort of a mating call. He sounds mad, so we're just gonna get what's left of the sun at our back and just kind of look around and try our best to sneak through this as quiet as we can and hopefully get a shot.
There was about 10 minutes left in the day. I had just pretty much mentally checked out, kind of given up on the whole hunt, thinking that nothing was gonna happen. So we just went and sat back down where we were before. And right at last light, I just see these 3 black bucks moving across the field.
Dude, you thumped him. That YHN thumped him, dude.
Holy crap, dude. I don't even know what to say.
He's a nice one.
He's nice.
Dude. That's what I was looking for from day one. That, you know, that light color, that
Yeah.
dark,
Yeah.
beautiful.
Look at that. That is the, I don't know what to say. What a dream come true, dude. That's like, that's one of those bucket list animals that's like, it's on your bucket list, but it's like a fake bucket list.
It's never gonna be.
Yeah, like that's not ever really gonna happen.
Did you hear that thing?
Yeah, that thing. That's why I'm like, surprised, like it sounded back to me.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, are you sure? But that cutting edge bullet ate him up.
Ate him up.
Ate him up.
Now you get to eat him up.
I'm gonna eat him up.
Yeah, cutting edge ate first, that's for sure.
I'm hunting with a silencer. First time ever hunting with a silencer. Only reason I can is because my friend Blaine here has a actual license for one. And since he's with me running camera, I'm allowed to use it. Otherwise, it would be a no-go on it. First time ever shooting at an animal with a silencer, and that walloped him. YHM silencer, YHM 6.8, cutting edge bullets, Hawk optics, D&Z scope mounts. I don't know if there's a better hunting platform than this. And then you throw the Boss Man blackjacks on it. It's game over.
Dude, you rolled.
So here's the deal. I stupidly forgot my headlamp, my Boss Man headlamp. So Blaine has his, said, since you forgot yours, I'll wear mine and just film you with the light. And it looks better than me like looking back at the camera and blinding everybody at home. So he's got the headlamp on and he's gonna light up the world for me. And we're gonna go get an animal that I never even thought would be an animal I'd shoot. So, yeah. So we got good blood, but he's not here, which is what we thought. We thought he'd be laying right here, so he definitely must have ran down into this gully. So we're just gonna go kind of pack up, give him time because now I'm second guessing some things, and then we'll go look for him again. But that's some pretty good blood here, so I think we're gonna find him.
Looks a little darker, Jeffrey.
It is a little darker. It's been probably, what, like an hour,
Yep.
I would say. Been about an hour. We got everything packed up and put away, and we're back out here, and it was weird because he definitely disappeared on us. It looked like he dropped, but it's pretty steep terrain back in here, so I'm thinking he just tumbled over a little ridge that's back here. So we're assuming that's where he is, but we don't know for sure. We're just gonna kind of head that direction and hope to stumble on him, basically. It'd be nice to find some blood, get a line at least.
I'm not even sure we're at where he dropped yet.
Well, I remember that tree back there, but I knew he was past the tree.
You'd probably start looking for blood about right here.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those moments, it just feels like a crapshoot, you know what I mean? Finding
We
blood.
had it originally.
Yeah.
And we probably ought to find it because if he ain't literally right here, then he did take off and we just didn't see him go down the ridge.
Right there. Right there.
Dude, he's beautiful.
Yeah, that shot wasn't bad. I knew it. Walloped him good.
These some
Give me
rocks,
some
son.
light, man.
Holy,
Holy
I'm
cow.
coming.
Look at that thing.
He did. He just rolled. Woo, dude.
I don't know what's big or not, but this
Look
steel.
at this. I'm pretty sure it's a kudu.
It's a kudu. It's a baby kudu.
Wow.
Holy cow, dude. Never in a million years. I don't know if this is...
He's beautiful, man.
Look
What do
how-
those black
look at
things
how-
mean? I don't know.
That cuts out.
We're gonna have to get someone from Texas probably.
Yeah, I literally don't know I don't know if I got something monstrous or not.
That's a monster.
It's a monster to me.
That's right.
It's an animal I never thought I'd shoot. Holy cow.
Whoever knew when you were watching ESPN.
Yeah. When I was, I'm almost 30 now. I was probably
12.
10, 12 years old watching hunts in Texas. I never in a million years thought, it was just, I grew up in a small town in Maine. Never in a million years thought that would be a realistic thing to be going to Texas and hunt animals like this. Well, it's obviously the next day. It's really, really windy, as you can probably hear, so I apologize for that. I'm not even sure if this audio is going to be worth anything, but we got thinking last night and we were just so in awe with the animal. We didn't really realize if we showed him off that good to you guys, so we want to give you a better look in daylight of this beautiful animal. Again, I think everybody's got like this bucket list of things that you want to shoot in your lifetime, and then there's always this like imaginary bucket list that's all these animals that you would love to shoot, but you would never even dream that you'd have the opportunity to do it. And last night I set out for axis deer, and really never even crossed my mind to have an opportunity to shoot a black buck, but right at last light they came out. This guy just looked like an absolute stud. I know absolutely nothing about these animals, and to me he's an absolute giant. Trophy of a lifetime. I couldn't be more happy, and just to get the opportunity to do this at Whack and Stack 'em was absolutely awesome.
Well, for some reason, I don't run camera very often, but when I do, it seems to be for my ex-cameramen, which is kind of cool because we're still friends, we still hang out, and then I got a whole lot of debt to pay because they get paid pretty close to this number while they're working for me. But if you want to be part of the Gorilla Squad, like Jeff, who just shot a black buck, or Roger, who just shot a monster 8-point, and you want it to be on TV, give us a holler. Go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/Gorilla Squad TV, and send us a message. You'll talk to a young lady by the name of Twyla, and she will hook you up. We need more footage. We need more people. Trust me, we're halfway through the season. This is officially halfway through the season, and we need a whole lot more footage. So call up. Start filming next year. So next year, we have even more footage for Gorilla Squad. So until then, we'll see you next week.
If you're interested in joining the Gorilla Squad, please email info@gorillasquadtv.com or visit us on Facebook at facebook.com/Gorilla Squad TV.